In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of knowing your target market. Coming right up. Hi, this is John Lee. If this is the first time you come across my channel and you'd love to learn how to grow your business and market for your business, then make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new content I'll be uploading. So the first thing you want to do is you want to place your target market message in front of the target market audience. So for example, when I started in real estate, I wanted to see where all the people hung out. Like, what's the main place where people go? And I found that a lot of people hung out in what we call the property networking events. So I would go to a lot of these property networking events to find people in that industry to be able to connect with. And that's actually how I built up my power team. So if you want to market your company, you want to market your message, you want to laser target, then you've got to make sure that it's going out to the right target market, because without that, you won't be able to find your qualified potential customers to work with. The second thing when it comes to knowing the importance of your target market is to make sure you do what we call market segmentation. So what is market segmentation? Market segmentation is where you can actually take a specific list of people and segment them into different parts, so you find what we call a niche. So whenever we start a business, we always have a broad niche, we have a micro niche, and we have a nano niche. For example, when I'm talking about social media, for example, I run a lot of training specifically to teach people how to grow on social media, create a brand, and earn more income with social media. So if you look at social media, that's kind of the broad niche. A micro niche is social media for business. A nano niche is social media for business people who want to earn recurring income. So that gets very specific. So when you're looking at starting a company, make sure that you're actually laser targeting the audiences and you're segmenting them, because if you sell product A, product B might have a completely different solution and problem to problem A. So a good example of this would be like skincare. You got oily skin, like I always have oily skin, versus dry skin. The treatment is always different. So we want to look at, we want to have a list for a market segmentation for people who have oily skin and a market segmentation for people who have dry skin. And so when we understand both of these concepts, our marketing message, or what we call market to message match, changes. So you've got to make sure that you are segmenting your audiences. The third thing we'll talk about for the importance of marketing and targeting your marketing is to make sure that we are tailoring the message to the people that we want to market to. So for example, in the previous example, I talked about dry skin and oily skin. Again, dry skin is very different to oily skin, is very different to skin that has, like acne, for example. So you've got to be really careful what it is that you are putting out there. And a lot of people, what they do is they put one message out to everybody. And unfortunately, if you put one message out to everybody, it doesn't quite work, because we have to focus on what it is that they want. So the more tailored we are, the more income we can create from that by offering solutions to that person's problem. And the fourth thing of knowing the importance of your target is to make sure that we are targeting to save us time. So if you're targeting the right clientele, sometimes you can have like 1 million people, but you might only have a small amount of people who are qualified to take your product or service. So instead of, I guess the example is this: you can either go to somebody who, let's say for example, they like, you've got to convince them to buy your product and service. Well, guess what? You don't want to do that. I guess you want to preach to the converted. Find people who are already looking for that product and service and make sure that these people, and you put your products and services right in front of them. If you do that, you will save a lot of time, and you'll start to get what we call a high conversion rate. If you're watching this and you want to sell products and services, physical products, digital products, services online, and you're spending a lot of money on marketing, but it's not converting into sales, well, guess what? You want to start laser targeting the buyers. There are people sitting by the computer right now with a credit card waiting to buy something. Your job is to put your message in front of those people. And if you are really understanding the targeting, that's why it's so important to understand your target audience, because you're able to now specifically create content for them. For example, on LinkedIn, I can target all the people who are CEOs. So I teach a lot of CEOs and business owners how to do public speaking, how to present on camera. And so when I'm putting a message, I'll say, hey, this is John Lee, and if you're looking to improve your presentation skills as an entrepreneur or as a CEO of a company, then there's 5 things you need to do. So then I start tailoring the message specifically for CEOs, which means I can talk about some of the things that they face. So I could say, have you ever had a staff meeting where you're trying to get your message out to your staff, and it doesn't matter how passionate you are, you just can't seem to get that message through. Well, if that's the case, then there's one thing lacking in your message. And so then I'll start tailoring that message. That's why tailoring the message is so important. And if you can do these 4 things, I promise you, by understanding your laser target market, you will start to grow your business and earn more money. So if you found a lot of value from this and you'd love to learn more, then do me a favor, hit the like button so YouTube, it helps the YouTube algorithm show you more of my videos. Also, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new videos I create. And if you've got any questions based on what I've talked about, leave a question below or leave a comment below with what's your biggest takeaway from this video, and I'll personally come in and we can have a little conversation right below this video. This is John Lee, the author of Business Hack. I'll leave some videos here, and I'll put a subscribe button over here, and make sure you go through some of them as well so you really learn some of the insights on growing businesses and scaling business and earning more income. It's John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now.